The return of investment on this one was very good. And all these interviews that I did, they were, if I have to put a number, 75% of the interviews were focused on these projects itself. Do meditation quite a lot. And I've been facing this problem at a personal level that there's a lot of clutter going on with the meditation app. And you need internet for meditation and it's not available. The green energy is the future right now, and the efficiency is going on. This is where the things turned for me in the market, and I had about five different calls initialized with me, and I was able to close interviews with them at two offers with them. You click here, it starts the meditation, you end the session, all the interactions, everything that you see, these are all workflow done by Cloud. That's the beauty of AI right now, and this company wanted somebody to take care of how AI can improve their workflows, their revenues at the end of the day, and that's where I step in here.
Hi everyone, and welcome to this session. The burning question is how to build AI products, or rather, I would say, why to build these products as a side projects. So, stating this question, today we have Ankit Agarwal with us. Hey, hi Ankit, how's it going?
Hi, Vavish, I'm good. How are you doing?
Great, great, great. To give you guys a quick context and not to make you wait further, Ankit has been one of our amazing cohort members in past, and today he'll be sharing a lot of insights around what he has been doing lately, what he is up to lately. Currently, Ankit Agarwal recently joined in as a general manager product at Ampere Technology where he'll be again throwing on some light on around his work quickly, and then we'll jump on to what are the differences that came into his approach before and after doing certain projects, and why did he even do them, and how then he approached those projects. So quickly, getting into the video directly, not with much further ado. So yes, Ankit, over to you. Maybe a quick intro would be really great from your end as well.
Thanks, Vavish. I'm currently working as General Manager of Product for Ampere Energy Technology Solutions Private Limited. The group is all about solar EPC projects and PV and BESS. What I am doing here is the green energy is the future right now, and the efficiency is going on. So this company wanted somebody to take care of uh, how AI can improve their workflows, their revenues at the end of the day, and that's where I step in here.
Hmm.
Uh, I think the most important part here is that I was able to portray myself as somebody who is able to work in the AI both technically and as a product manager, and that's what helped me, close this deal about it. So that was the important part, and this is where we are talking about here that CV is important, and the this specific set of skills or projects that I've portrayed is important in any PM to showcase how they can be an AI PM in the market.
Right. So cool. So moving forward, we have had discussions on your resume as well, and we have connected a couple of times on the resume also, right? So if you could just, take us to your resume once, and let's work on our first question. Why was there a need of, making alterations, changes, or why we even need to have side projects to work on? So if you could walk us through.
Yeah, is my screen visible for you now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I'll quickly show you a little bit about the CV that I had previously. This was a one-pager CV, which makes a lot of sense for PMs when they are looking into the market.
Right.
This is a very standard CV with Google's XYZ formula and all the things that you guided us in our sessions during during the different resume sessions that we had. Uh, I had been using this CV for about 6 months. I was getting good traction about it, but I was not able to close any deal regarding AI specific part to it. And because this CV, however, it shows my work as a PM, it does not shows any specific AI related skills when I'm talking about, because frankly I did not have it, and at that moment of time, and I did not realize that this is necessary. Uh,
Right.
Somehow it occurred that during one of my discussion with Akash as one to one, he advised that something to portray in AI into it, and
Mm.
that's where I added a new section here altogether as a projects.
Right.
So this project, as you can see, there are four projects. Uh,
Hmm.
Three of them are related core to AI, and one of them is a mobile application project, again, which would have used AI in the future, but it was a personal project that I did. And this is where the things turned for me in the market, and I had about five different calls initialized with me, and I was able to close two interviews with them, two offers with them at the end of the day, and I joined one of the two interviews. And all this happened during a span of 2 months. So the return of investment on this one was very good. And all these interviews that I did, they were, if I have to put a number, 75% of the interviews were focused on these projects itself. And they were more about what did you do, how did you do, what was the intent, where did you get this idea from, and walk me through the process and some nitty gritties of it. So
Right.
I would say that once you do these projects yourself, you would have those kind of ideas that where you're going, and they're very
Hmm.
easy to implement. I think we can take a look at two of
Right.
these projects.
Yes, yes. So let's quickly, after answering why we need it, I guess we can jump on to, how we can build this and what it is all about. So, we can start with quick visuals or quick understanding of your product. Yeah.
Yeah. So I I'll show you one of the products which I did for myself. This was own product. I do meditation quite a lot, and I've been facing this problem as a personal level, that there's a lot of clutter going on with the meditation app, and you need internet for meditation, and it's not available everywhere. So
All right.
and you do meditation just for your peace of mind. This is
Right.
where this idea came from. So I did the entire PM work of it, where I went on to study people, study the different applications, and to be very frank, I used ChatGPT and Claude for all of my research work for this product as well. The step-by-step process was simple. I had a hypothesis that meditation apps can be offline and a simpler versions of it. I did user interviews with about 30 different users and different user groups, people around me everywhere. And I did use mom's test method for it. The idea was just to understand that the problem that I'm having, do they also have it or not? And what exactly is the extent of that problem? What are the
Right.
different parts of it that can be done? The typical PM work, if I talk about that. Uh, I used Claude to create an entire PRD out of it. It's very simple. You give it a problem statement, and you start working step by step for every section of a PRD. And you can use any PRD framework. I used a pitch document framework which was being used in my company previously. This was done last year August. Uh, Using that, I realized that there are just a few steps to work that I need to do. And I if you go to the Claude, there is a setting, and this is unfortunately this is under the paid version. So but you can use the basic paid version of it, and it will allow you to set up the projects and continue working on those projects, and it is very beneficial. So when you talk about projects, it gives you this ability to
Hmm.
let me meditation app here. Yeah, so you have these instructions and the files in it.
Right.
And what it does is that you put your PRD here as a file, and it will read it and guide you on that step by step.
Hmm.
Claude is very beautiful in the sense that it helps you develop all the files. If you all the files that you see here, these are all Xcode files that are done in Xcode using Claude. I did not knew how to develop a Sin. Claude helped me set up my entire environment, first step. Second, it helped me set up the entire backend part to it. How, what do you need? What are the technologies? What are the installations that you need? How do you install it? Claude helped me in that too.
Hmm.
After that, it generated files, and all I had to do was pick up the generated files, go in my Xcode,
Hmm.
and put the files here, text here.
Hmm.
That's about
Right.
it. And when you run, it gives you error codes. If it gives you error codes, you go back here and you
Hmm.
put those code back here, and it gives you the response to it. And that was it. That was the
Right.
entire system that I did, and this was the result of it. It's a very simple app. You have this all this animation, everything is being done by Xcode. I did not do anything at all. Sorry,
Right.
Claude. You click here, it starts the meditation, you end the session, all the interactions, everything that you see, these are all workflow done by Claude. That's the beauty of AI right now, and this entire application is now online. And I've actually deployed in an iOS. It's there in the App Store. I'm
Apps.
using it for my own purposes. I've not started marketing or doing that, but my next step is to use AI to kind of create a content generator for it and then market the application. That's what I'm doing for it now. The
That's
process is very simple that you create something, the
hmm,
error, you put back the error in Claude, and
hmm,
it gives you the response. You test it out, and go back it again and again and again till
right.
you have the satisfied result. It did
And
take some time. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And because of these files that you have, it has more context, since
Yes.
every file is around accessible within that particular project. So project is one of the best formats to use it.
Yes, this is gold. If you can update this project, you have a new Claude version. Let's say there is a Opus 4.1 just came recently. So
Right.
what you can do is you can put these files in the project files and then use a new chat to continue working from there onwards. That's
Hmm.
why this is a paid version which costs about $20 per month, and I think within a span of 1 or 2 months you will be able to get a completely functional project for your requirement. The
Yeah.
idea is that this will give you the insight on what happens in a project. Like if you look
Hmm.
at my project here, conceptualize engineered iOS app that minimized user decision making. This was my problem statement, effectively addressing a key UX challenge in the app space. And I used Xcode Swift. And in the
Hmm.
backend, it was entirely done by Claude. So when the discussion happened on this one, I showed them the example of how I utilize Claude, how do I utilize the projects part to it, whatever my prompts in it. And the
Hmm.
discussion was more about prompt engineering in this project.
Right, right. That's really awesome. And then quickly, one of the frameworks, PRD frameworks, what you suggested that you have utilized.
So I used something called a pitch document.
Hmm.
Pitch document is a modified version of what we use in Cotecna I. So Cotecna Inspection, the company where I was working previously. The pitch document is very simple. They have a description of background. Second is the problem statement. What exactly problem are you facing? Third is the user personas which are the user personas this is affecting. Fourth is the solution part to it, a very brief discussion of solution, how it will impact, what is the impact that is going to be there, and then functional, non-functional FAQs. That's about it. So what this does is that this gives the system here a brief understanding of what am I trying to build, what are the different, and this document is more executive intended, but not for the system intended. You can use different PRD formulas. The idea is to have a North Star document. This is what you're trying to build, because otherwise it is a black hole. The more you build, the more there are new things can come up, and
Right.
this is where you have to be careful as a PM, because AI, this as a Claude, as a tool, it goes on suggesting more and more improvements in it.
Hmm.
So the careful part here was when I was trying to modify something, it will advise me and make changes by themselves. So every step of the way, my one of my prompts was, do not make any changes to the code without asking me.
Right.
So those are things that you will understand when you start working on it on a very granular level. But yes, it will take time. It took me about a month to do end-to-end work, and then a
Hmm.
month to build the entire project itself.
Right. So yes, that's a really interesting part and major steps that you have given. Okay. So quickly, if you can give different screens or walkthrough of different screens, and did you use any UI tool like Figma or something, or directly jumping onto getting UI done by Claude only?
No. So what what I did was, I did use so Figma. I did not use too much. The
Mm-hmm.
the Figma was used only for one purpose, and I don't have the access to that Figma file right now. But
Mm-hmm.
instead of going for Figma, which is a bit difficult, has a learning curve,
Right.
what I did was I used something called draw.io.
Yes. Yes.
Right. And I did a very low fidelity design in it. and mostly it was pen and paper on how this will interact, and I did a pen and paper, and using that, I had an idea. This is the and I used ChatGPT to develop to generate these images. So
Okay,
the
that's
again this was
so. If you can give a quick, step aligning part. So, firstly, you wrote a pitch like a document,
yeah.
right? PRD. Yes, yes, I could see this. Then
So
then
I'll give you the step-by-step process. The
yeah.
first step was validating your hypothesis, where I had a problem statement. I interviewed different people and what problem they are facing, and I understand the problem was that people do not have access to an offline meditation app with
Hmm.
clutter system. Right, this
Right.
was my problem statement. Using this problem statement, I did a PRD, which was
Hmm.
again a very simple document, the background, the problem statement, the user personas, the solution to it, and then the FAQs to it. This was the document, the second step. The third step was to go for the UI. So how it will look like, what will be the flow of it, what are the different parts to it. So my thought process initial was very simple. You have a screen, you have a few time selections, you have a meditation single simple silent meditation button, and a meditation big guided meditation button. That's about it. This was my first version of the UI that I did. Using this UI, I started a Claude project, and then started interacting with it on the setup of the environment, because this was a new environment, so I needed to set up the entire environment and everything. Then the coding part to it, generate code, put in the Xcode, take the errors, put it in the Claude, get it corrected, and put it back.
Right.
Then when it was done, it was so at this moment of time you can just stop here as well, because now you have a working model which you can run on the simulator. Some
Hmm.
interviewer might ask you to show this as well, so you have it ready in the simulator. And after that, it was complete just documentation part to it, like putting it on the GitHub. So you can learn GitHub as an additional advantage, because some of the more technically aligned people or companies, they ask you for your GitHub account to see everything, how is this working and
Right.
everything. So and that's it. That was the end to it. After that, it was simply putting it on my CV that this is what I did. And again, this line has to be very crisp, that this was the problem statement that you solved, and then what are the key technologies that you used. So you clearing up your your story for interviews at the back end. If you are specifically aiming for the interviews part to it only, that was the entire end-to-end process.
That's really making sense, and I'm sure this would be really helpful for folks who are watching this. And it's just if you're doing this, you can also try this on Android apps as well. You
Yeah,
can work on building
the
those apps.
idea is absolutely same. So,
Right.
and you don't need to learn anything. You just, so there are two things that you have to be very careful about. First is that you need to understand the coding environment a little bit, and the very basics part to it. And I think the HelloPM technology for product manager covers that very beautifully and everything about it. The second part is that there has to be a hard stop. If you are building it for yourself, for the market, then it's a different story. But when you're building it for your CV, there has to be a hard stop.
Right.
After that, the purpose of this project is finished. The purpose is
Right.
to learn everything and talk about it in the interviews.
Put things in execution
Yes.
rather than just making it feature heavy or feature loaded, and you are just sitting on one part.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you want to go more for it, you can release into the population, test it with the users, test it with get feedbacks to it, and use that feedback as a part of your PM project work itself.
Right. Awesome, awesome. So that's really a great and one of the a good side projects that people can think of. And I'm sure here the core idea is, if people come across what is it that I can build. So
Mm.
whatever the problems that you're facing, think through it. What are the hardships that you're coming on day-to-day life, and probably you can pick one out of those, and then you can start maybe working through it. Not necessarily again binding to mobile app. You can go to a web app. You can design, work on a regular just a platform or a page. It could be in any format, right?
Yes, in fact, if you want, we can also see something which is done for the web app, and it is
Mhm.
there on the Hugging Fix spaces. And
Definitely, definitely. if you could share for the same web
So
app.
I think we can take a look at this AI tool, which is Image
Yes.
Analyzer and Curation Assistant. This is a core AI project that I did, and the idea behind it was to learn how AI works, uh, to understand the nitty-gritties of it, and to actually do a project by hand. Uh, the if you look about it, vibe coding and everything, there is a very system going on, which is the N8N. It's a new system. It's a very easy to build. Uh, yeah. So if you can see the screen, this is what is N8N. What it
Right.
does is it allows you to generate create AI workflows, AI agents, and agentic AIs as well, and
Yes.
deploy it on servers, and then utilize it on a professional basis. So it's a very professional tool.
Right.
However, it's a paid version, but however, there is a free version that you can do using Docker in your system. Again,
Yes. 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 Totally.
you do not need to know anything about it. Everything
Hmm.
is there in the guided videos, YouTube videos, and everything. I had no idea how to install Docker, how to do anything. I am using a MacBook. I had no idea about it. The idea was very simple, that I wanted to create something. I love to photograph as a hobby, and that's where my problem statement started. That when you click photographs on your phone or your system, there are hundreds and hundreds of photos, sometimes 10, 20s of the same photos going on, right?
Right.
And how do you analyze that which is the best one? I'm not a
Mhm.
professional photographer, so it's a bit difficult for me.
Right.
This was my problem statement. I was clear about what the ask is. I did the same thing. I created a PRD for it. I went into the Claude. And here is where things took a bit different, because I wanted to use N8 and I was clear about the technology part to it.
Hmm.
Um, it helped me set up, again, it's the same project basis. Uh,
Right.
I went into the let me show you.
So I
Yeah.
guess we can start with, maybe a demo of the project,
Oh,
what
yes. Yes, yes, yes,
you.
please. Of
So,
course.
how someone else can also use it, going to the spaces as well. Maybe
Yeah.
try it, or if that's feasible.
Oh,
Otherwise,
yes, yes, of course, of course. So, this is the project, the image analyzer. How you can access is you can go to Hugging Face Spaces, and this is a link, image analyzer. If you search for it, you can find it easily. It's available for public. And what it does is, Hugging Faces is basically a repository where everybody can uh, update their
yeah.
update their
Basically,
projects,
mhm.
and they can simply uh, see different AI LLMs, the different data sets. It's a very good website, and I think every PM or every AI person interested in it should go for it. And this is where it also allows you to upload your own small and projects here. So this is completely hosted for free. There is no paid version for it. It is hosted. It's available on this link. What I did was, let me first give you a complete demo for it. So there are two parts to it. First is focus point setting. What is the focus of a image? So you open this up. Let me check up any email photo analyzer.
We can put any picture, maybe.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite pics that I use. And yeah. So what it's doing is it's uploading my image here, and this is the original image. This is what this is was this did some calculation in it using the AI part to it, and it analyzed that this is the focus point of this image. And
Mm-hmm.
it also gave me analysis result. What is the overall sharpness and overall noise level of this image? Right. This was the first one. Where the second one was, I can do compare two images. So this one. These are both same images, but then there is the different versions of it. So it'll give you the complete comparison between which is the best one, which is the second best, or what are the different parts to it.
So comparing two images.
comparing
First,
two images. Yeah.
yes. First one was simply analyzing the image with the focal point or the sharpness.
Yes. And so usually when you are creating these kind of applications, you need to go into Fourier theorems and mathematical calculations on, which is the best calculation to analyze this and do this. Fortunately for me, because I'm using AI, I did not do anything of that sort. This was all taken care of by an AI. Both of these images are here. Both of these focal points are shown, and then the overall analysis, image one, which is sharpness is this, noise is this, and comparison. Sharpness, image one is sharper, noise, image two has less noise.
Hmm.
Conclusion, image mushroom.png is preferred, sharper and comparable noise.
Right.
So this was the project I did. There are two more parts to it. So if I have a folder full of, let's say, 10, 20 different images of the same thing, it
You can
will
rank.
rank it in multiple parameters, and it will also find duplicates. So I can give it a complete folder. This will take time because uploading takes time.
Right, right, right.
And it will give me the entire set of all the comparative photos. Let's say there's an image which has 10, same thing of 10, which is the best one. So the
Mhm.
kind of a imagine.
Awesome. Awesome. So yes, I guess that's the project. And on left hand side, if you can give me a quick understanding, what is it?
Yeah. So when we talk about image noise and the focus point settings,
Mm,
you see that this is a very small part to it. This
right,
small circle, right? I can increase this size for somebody who is not focused on just one part to it, on who's focused on the a larger section of the image, as in maybe a face. They want to understand that whether this face is in focus or not. So this is what this system does. This changes the focus size to a bigger one.
right.
Now there are three sections to it. So it is
Mhm.
giving me 4 pixels of sharpness areas, and I can have a broader area. Again, it
Mhm.
will give me a broader area, four different sections. So modifying the parameters to it.
Yes, yes.
And I'm not using any mathematical formula. So you see now this image is bigger. Now it is also showing the focus point as this part.
Right,
So every image has its own different focal points, level of focal points, right? That is the first part to this focus point settings. And then duplicates detection methods. There are 4 different methods in the photography world when you are looking at the images, and it
Mhm.
uses calculation for all both of them, all the different variations for the images. I can select, let's say, standard visual match, which is the very basic visual match. Average tone match, it is more complex in it. Fingerprint details, these are all different parameters I can modify to give it the detail of matching that I want to have in between both of them. So it'll give me more detailed analysis to it.
Right, great, great. So that's really awesome. I mean, to see this built this with so much of detailing part.
Mhm.
And I guess now we can get into the back end of it, how
Oh
it
yeah.
all went down the lane, and what are the steps that you took with respect to this particular.
Again, first step is again the same, the PM standard PM work. You have a hypothesis, you analyze this hypothesis, and then talk to the people. So here I go photography with a group in Delhi on some weekends. I just had one-on-one conversations with all of them. There are about 20 people, and I had one-on-one conversations with all of them. And
Mm,
the general consensus was two. Mobile photography, we click hundreds of photographs, don't know what to do with it, whether which one is good or which one is bad. At the end of the day, when the limit of phone gets full, they delete random photographs and be done with it.
right,
The second one was when we are using professional cameras. As a hobbyist, nobody understands the nitty gritties of which is the best one, which is not, until unless they dive too deep into it.
right,
I do not have time. So, and most of the people do not have time when they are doing it as a hobby. So, what is the best option to understand out of the 5 that I've clicked, which one is the best one, and delete the rest of it. And raw
right.
images can be some GBs sometimes as well, that heavy. So that was the problem statement got cleared. Now,
Mm,
again, the same process was going into the PRD. Let me see
right.
if I can show you the PRD here as well. I'm Yeah, I do have the PRD for it. So this was the PRD that I did.
Hmm. This
Purpose.
was using cloud.
Yes, this was using. Sorry, this was using Perplexity.
Perplexity. Okay.
I use multiple. Perplexity is very good for research work. Claude
Right.
is very good with your
Technical thing,
technical part to
technical
it, and
element.
ChatGPT is very good with the images part to it. So I used all three of them. The Claude was the only paid one. Rest two were the free ones.
Hmm.
So product vision, library access. How would you have library access? Duplication detection. What was the platform strategy? So we were initial platform was React Native or web application and everything. So it has everything because of course it is being generated by Perplexity.
Right.
And you can modify this till the time you are okay with this is how I want to do for it, go for it. At the end of the day, this document serves two purposes. In here, when we are talking about the project we are doing for the AI, first purpose is that you are using this to train your Claude projects to develop what you want. And the second is when you are going through the interview and they want to see the background of it. That's the second purpose that it serves. This
Right.
document, right? So I did this PRD. Let me see the project image analyzer. Yeah. So you see the requirements text, README text packages and app. Why this is the application that this is a Python application that I did. Now, because I wanted to use native AI, complete AI development, and this required Python. Uh,
Hmm.
prior to this, I had a little bit experience with Python because of my office work, but you do not need to have. Again, the Claude and the AI in general right now is capable enough to guide you in setting up the entire environment and everything. All you need to do is give it the entire the configuration of your system. Like if I'm using a MacBook Pro, I will use MacBook Pro, this. Help me set up my development environment. And it guided me to set up a VS Code. Uh,
Hmm.
then from there, it guided me on how to install the what do you say? So this is the VS Code environment that's set up. I was doing another project. And it helped me set up the Python in it, the environment in it, the virtual environment, and do everything related to the Python part to it, to development environment part to it. Once it was done, we started with the very basics of it that generate the first version of it, and
Hmm.
then it's again the same thing. You have the error, you put the error back into the system. You have an issue with it, you put back the issues in it, and it so let's see here this one. Host the Streamlit and face the following issue. The original part is whenever you are doing a stream application, you can host it on to Streamlit. But this was not allowing me to do it. I was stuck here. I simply took an image and I said, trying to host this on Streamlit and face the following issue. Module not found this. And this was the solution that it gave me.
Right.
Implemented it back. So at the end of the day, when I was all done with the development part to it, and I did testing myself, again it guided me on how to test, what are the test parameters, what are the test use cases, what are the edge use cases, what do you need for these testing. Everything is on the guided form. All you need to understand is how do you interact between Claude and your application development environment. That's about it.
Right.
And finally I was able to host it here on image analyzer, the hugging face, and it's a working prototype.
Right.
I can go
Awesome.
further here, but
Hmm.
I decided to stop because at this moment of time, my focus was again, cracking interviews and going for this. What I did was that I did create a understanding document of how this entire application works. What we also can fail to understand here is that because Claude is doing the backend work, I do not need to understand it, but understand this point. When you are taking an interview, you need to
Yeah.
understand what you're doing. That's the most important part. Even if you're a non-technical person, Claude can give you a document which will allow you to understand the entire backend system to it, read about a bit, understand what is there, why are you using this repository, what are the implications of using something else. So if you look at the yeah, Python, Streamlit, OpenCV, Pillow, NumPy, Pandas, Image Hash, Google Gemini API. I got grilled for 1 hour about everything related to this.
Right.
And this is really important. If you're putting something here, be ready to get grilled about it. This is the most important part of the entire project system, or the entire purpose that you are doing for the interview.
Right. So if you can quickly, so we have got the understanding, the approach, the demo. If you can show us how the architecture is flowing, at the back end, how things are being processed with the image, how it's taking in. I guess you have utilized Anytime. Uh,
Um, okay,
if
so the architecture was. Let me see if I can show you that part. I think it should be there in the document of my. Yeah. So if you're talking about the framework, it's React Native framework which was doing, but I did a POC for it. This is for the entire application. What I did was just a POC for it. What it is doing is that I can maybe show you the architecture of it. It is how do I on and it and different. Hmm. I'm trying to find a document. Unfortunately, it's been some time that I have not touched it.
no,
Uh,
it's if this is the document.
yeah, this is the document. I'm just trying to understand the part two. The stack is there. Migration path is there.
So the core logic is given. Also, there is a core logic is also given at the backend how it will work. These are the core features. Okay. Then if we scroll down, if we
Platform
scroll
strategy.
down again, these are the
Right,
text
so,
stack.
so this is what it is doing.
Yes.
Is it is extracting the image. So the image that I'm uploading, it is extracting that image and uploading it on Gemini API.
Mm-hmm.
And this is part to it. So first, what it is doing, it is taking the image and then using uh, Streamlit. This is this what it doing is it is creating a black and white part to it for a compressed image. It is uploading this compressed image to Google Gemini API to analyze the core point to it. Which I was showing you this point, right? Yeah. So it is analyzing the entire image square pixel by pixel to find the edge of pixel. So the formula here which it uses is that it analyzes the edge of every pixel, and the sharper it is, the better it is. So,
Okay.
so this entire work is being done by Gemini API.
Right. So you're calling the Gemini API, and from there it's utilizing to identify every image.
Yes, yes. So first part, it will upload the image. Second, the Streamlit will create a uh, so Streamlit and your image hash. It will create a black and white part to it. And once
Mm.
it's done, then Gemini APIs analyzes the every pixel part to it and give me the sharpest one, written back with the sharpest one, and the value here and here as a sharpness and the noise, two variables which I am mapping. And it is just the entire path which this is using. This is a standard. If you any use any chat based uh, Python project, it gives you the standard UX to it. There's no UX development part to it or anything. This is the standard which it will give you for every Python project.
Right, right. I guess this gives the fair understanding. I guess and was one of the different one as well that you showed in between. So maybe that is something maybe in some other session we can talk about that, right?
Yeah, definitely. So again, this can be just I'll give you a very quick update.
Hmm.
What this can be done is you do the same exact same thing. And why I mentioned N8 and initially was because this was a Python based project. I did it in the Python, but this can be done exactly similarly here and in a visual manner. You Once you fire up your init instance, you have
Hmm.
these basic LLM chains. I can use this chat trigger, or I can use a different trigger. I can use an image trigger here, upload an image. It will go into basic LLM change, use
Right,
the
right.
output parser and chat models, and give you the output to it. Maybe in a session, another session, I can show you the entire end-to-end value chain done with the end-to-end value chain here.
Sure. So I
I
guess,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess with this, we can wrap up this particular session. So thanks a lot, Ankit, for joining in, and I believe this would be helpful for other folks as well to move forward with this. So thanks a lot for joining in, Ankit, and maybe in the next session we'll see you around. Okay.